Oh, okay, good morning. To get that together. So, good morning, everyone. Late because it's the weekend, and then so I'm not driving today. I already drove because I had to rush to get from Miami-Dade to Broward. If you was following me this whole week, my daughter had this the district for tennis, and because it was raining Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, raining so bad, and especially in Broward, they couldn't do it. So we had to come here on Saturday. So that's why I couldn't drive, but I'm here. Her match has not started yet because they were supposed to play against Cooper City. Cooper City just left. I don't know. I don't understand this tennis thing because people just do whatever they want to do. If they supposed to play a match, if they lost, like one kid, he won, and then he just left. He was supposed to play doubles. He won he was supposed to play two singles. He won one, and then he lost the other one. And then he was supposed to play double with his partner. And then he's like, "Oh, I gotta leave." And then the coach asked him, "Did you speak to your partner?" He was like, "Oh yeah, we agreed that I could leave." The partner came up to the coach and asked him, "When are we gonna play?" And then the coach is like, "Your partner said you guys agreed that you wasn't gonna play." Didn't even know. It's a lot of people that I don't understand this tennis thing over here. I guess people do whatever they want to do, but whatever. So today's subject, what we're going to talk about, in my limited, I don't know how much time I have, but we're going to talk about the BTB Savage, also known as the Darrell Gentry. The young man. I did a video about him and his alleged the person that took him out got arrested Tuesday. And then we're going to talk about Achraf Hakimi Mu. But everybody is going by Achraf Hakimi. That's the soccer player, the international soccer player that, did some stuff like I guess a lot of people a lot of people was like condemning him for, and some people were praising him for. So we're going to touch on that. Yeah, those two subjects. So let's talk about the BTB Savage, Darrell Gentry. I don't want to keep on calling him the late Darrell Gentry. So that young man, if you don't know, I believe this was in February of this year. He was with his child's mother and his child at this home. Somebody was supposed to pay him for a feature. That person he knew that reached out to him. And then he came with this other young man called Omar Richardson. He didn't know Omar Richardson. So they came, pull up on him and stuff like that. I guess he didn't know exactly what was going to go on. He probably thought it was just going to be the guy that he knew. So this other guy named Omar Richardson pulled up on him. And then the one that he knew, he's like, he was going to leave. He was going to leave. And so he gets some equipment. So he left Omar Richardson with him. He don't know Omar Richardson. So when the guy that left, he knew, he locked the door. When he locked the door, because then Omar started getting, nervous. And he's like, "Why you lock the door?" He's like, "I'll open it up when he comes back." And talking. Then he pulled the pulled the stick on him and was like, "Oh, give me your jewelry and give me all the money you be flashing on Instagram." So he said, "Give me the money you be flashing on Instagram." And then I don't know whether his child's mother's was, but then whatever happened, the child's mother, she was able to take this Omar Richardson out, and plus in the process end up hurting Darrell Gentry. but it wasn't intentional. But she had to do what she had to do, or else this guy was going to take all of them out, including Darrell, her, and their child. So okay, so that happened in February. Fast forward to March. Sometime in March, he had an interview with Vlad TV. Had an interview with Vlad TV. Vlad didn't ask him nothing but his new music. He had new music coming out. Vlad didn't ask nothing but his new music, because that's what Vlad do. Vlad, he just focuses on something that happens in the person's life, and then he zooms in on that. So he was asking him about the situation that happened when he got robbed, and then so he showed him pictures. I guess he took the picture sometime. He took the picture after the incident happened, after Darrell, I'm talking about Darrell's entry, after he came out of the hospital and the house was still had red stains all over the place. He took a picture of himself standing in this young man's blood that came to rob him. And then that's the picture that he gave Vlad, and Vlad posted it in the video when he was interviewing him, showing that. It didn't stop from there, no. Darrell Gentry proceeded to post, and I believe this was March 30th, because that's when he on March 30th he posted that made a ninja meet his maker and stuff like that, and he's standing in the red stains of Omar Richardson, and posted it on his Instagram and Twitter. I think the mom said he doesn't have a Facebook, so somebody else is running that Facebook, but it was posted on Facebook. So the mom told him take it down. He didn't take it down. His manager, I believe, if it's not his manager, it's somebody who's close to him, told him take it down. He ain't never take it down. Well, within a few hours, somebody pulled up on him. Now, as we know, that person to be Montreal Burley, the alleged person that did this. But I don't think it's only him, because that was too much shell casings on the floor to be one person. But anyway, for now, they have Montreal. For now, because Montreal was very, very, very sloppy. Montreal was very, very sloppy. What Montreal did? Montreal did this act in a car he rented under his name. He didn't rent on somebody else's name, or he didn't probably change. Well, I don't need to say what he should have did, because we don't do criminal activities over here, okay? But anyway, he rented the car. The car that he used, it was rented in his name to go pull up on this young man. He cased the place. He stood out. He was staying in an Airbnb in Texas, I think San Antonio. He stayed there for hours in front of the Airbnb until Darrell came out. And then this is, you see how, and this is another thing that shows pride and cockiness of BTB Savage. You did all of this, and then you came out, you didn't think somebody could have pull up on you. He just left the Airbnb, wasn't even driving for a few minutes. That guy came out and just let loose. And if you saw the thing, you saw shell casings. And I saw him on the floor. I was wondering, why was he on the floor? But he probably was on the floor, but he's trying to get away or whatever. But he ended up collapsing on the floor. Okay, so not only did this Montreal Burley, how is he connected to this story? He was, first people were saying that he's the cousin of Omar Richardson. They're not cousin. They are connected through gang affiliations. They are allegedly was part of the Styx gang, and which became, I believe, Bloodstone Villain, or they probably separated in the Bloodstone Villain. I don't know how those stuff works, but that's how they were affiliated. They were in the same gang. So they was in the same gang, and they probably was, watching BTB Savage after he did all that after taking out their friend and different things like that. But I think they had already planned on taking this young man out. I think they already plan on taking it out. But when Darrell Gentry posted that picture, when he posted the picture, that in a sense enraged them more, so he had to do it quicker, because it looked like they had already found somebody in Darrell Gentry's camp that they, whether they paid off, or the person probably didn't even like Darrell Gentry anyway. So they yeah, so they probably, I think they was planning on doing it anyway. But since that after what he posted, that emotionally got him, emotionally, his emotions all over the place. So he really didn't put any thought into what he was going to do. So he probably already had the rental, because according to his Montreal's Burley's baby mother, he had crashed her car, I think a few weeks earlier. So he didn't have a car. So that's probably why he had the rental anyway. So after probably seeing this post, he got so enraged and stuff like that. It's like, you know what, we was planning on doing, I'm just saying like example, we were planning on taking him out in June or whatever, or he's supposed to have a show in this city, and we was going to pull up on him and do it. He probably, this is my speculations, he probably decided we're going to do it real quick. So in doing real quick, he came out, people saw him doing this, unloading on this young man. They had, and so dumb, they had what they call it, license plate readers. There was people who had their home surveillance. Everybody have some type of camera outside their house, those Rings, Nest and stuff like that. They got that. And then what's so thing, he had one of the shell casings. You see how my shell casings was on the floor? He had one of the shell casings in the rented car when the police came and got him. I mean, some people would say, oh, that's bold. That's not bold. That's actually dumb. That's dumb. But that's a dumb move, because everything he did was on emotion. He was emotion. That's when you're not emotionally intelligent. It was not emotionally intelligent to say, hey, even though I'm upset what he posted, let me calm down. Nope. So he decided, while he has the rented car in his name, you can see he didn't even plan putting any thought in it. You have the rented car in your name because you needed a car. But since he posted what he posted, you got upset, and then you decided to do whatever you needed to do with another person, which I believe is probably another person or two other people that was with him. So now they got Montreal. I believe he turned himself in on Tuesday, and they gave him a $1 million bond. So now he's 40 years old. This Montreal Burley, he was like a rapper, 40-year-old rapper, don't have his life together. And he goes by the name of Versus 600. So right after Omar Richardson had died, I believe he had put out a song, Pain is Love, I think, because I heard this from, what is this called, 1090 Jake. So he turned himself in. So this is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. So you lost your life because you wanted clout. So now you're no longer here, and now he's way more popular now in his death than when he was alive. So it doesn't make any type of sense. So now we're moving on to, so we probably gonna, I don't know if they're gonna follow this case, because it just didn't make it. This was just a senseless death. It didn't make any sense at all how this young man lost his life. I mean, and the thing is, even if, yes, his mother told him take it down, his other people told him take it down, but it was too late, because whatever you post on social media is there forever. It's there forever. You could take it down, whatever, but you know how much people already got a screenshot, probably sent it to, hey, look what he said about Omar, or whatever, I think whatever his nickname was. It's too late. So this is the thing, you have to teach people, need to understand every decision you make has a consequence, and you don't get to decide the consequence. I always say that you don't get to decide what the consequences are. So moving on, we're going to talk about the international soccer player that some people say he divorced his wife, but I think some reports are saying that the wife filed for divorce. Whatever, somebody filed for divorce. Somebody filed for divorce. They are divorced or they getting divorced. I believe it's probably not finalized yet. So his name is Achraf Hakimi Mu, but everybody's going by Achraf Hakimi. So he is a Moroccan international soccer player. He plays for the PSG, that's Paris Saint Germain club. He's 24. So his wife's name that's his ex-wife, is Hiba Abouk. So she's some type of actress. She's an actress. They were married in 2020. So they filed for divorce in 2023. So they probably been married for is either 2.5 years or 3 years. So what happened was this young man, when she went to file for divorce, she wanted half of his assets. Come to find out, he was making £1 million per month from what he was doing. Come to find out, he was taking 80% of his earnings, 80% of his assets, whatever he has, is in his mother's name. It's in his mother's name. So the lady didn't even know that. She didn't even know that. She came to find out when they were getting the divorce, because she thinking she's gonna live it large. Oh my goodness, she gonna live la vida loca, living her best life with this man's money. And then you don't get anything. Well, you barely get what she thought she was gonna get. She's not gonna get anything. So he was living on 20%. So whatever that 20% is, I'm not sure if that's what she's going to get, but she probably don't want that, because she wanted all that. £1 million, excuse me, per month. That's a lot of money. And per month he was making that. So she thought she was living la vida loca, confound, boom. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But a lot of people, think, oh, why he did this? Because when I first heard the story, I was like, oh my goodness, you're not supposed to do that because that's your wife. You guys are one. That's what I was saying. Because, us women, as soon as we have story, we just go off emotions right away. But I was like, let me do a little bit of more research and find out what's going on. When I see the picture of this lady don't really have a wife. People can say what you want, you can do whatever you want. No, when you're a wife, there's a certain decorum you're supposed to have. I don't understand these wives these days. There's certain decorum that you're supposed to have to show that, hey, I am not on the market. I got a man. Not these people. They wear like they still single. They still looking. Yes, I'm married, but hey, I'm still looking, okay? That's why I'm still going to look fine. And then you wonder why you have problems in your marriage. Which is not always the major factor, but that is a factor. So anyway, there's certain way she dresses, and then it's like she always trying to be up front, like she wants all the attention. That's why two people who have like a level of fame, most of the times those stuff don't work. Like he has a level of fame, she has a level of fame. Most of the time, sometimes it's like always a power struggle. It's always a power struggle between those two. So it's like a competition. I had to put my windows down. I'm sweating. So anyway, so that's what I was saying. So I went to do more research, and then come to find out, his mother and father. That's what I found out. What? His mother used to clean houses. His mother used to clean houses. His dad was a street vendor. And he was like, all their lives, his family had to work so hard to earn a living. Very hard to earn a living. And then they made a lot of sacrifices for him. And I believe he has a brother, and I think he has a sister. But I saw him with a other brother. So they made a lot of sacrifices with the little income that they have. So I could understand him, doing that, all the sacrifices. Some kids, depending on how they were raised, some kids, the sacrifices you make for them, when they make it, they make sure you don't never have to work a day in your life, mom. Ever. You will never work for anybody else. Other kids, they make it, and then they look down on their parents. They look down on their parents. I don't want to deal with you and stuff like that. I don't want to ever have to, you went through all this misery and poverty. That's not going to be me. So they look down on their parents. Other people, they help their parents. They don't give them too much, so they don't become ungrateful or whatever they put in their minds, but they help them in a sense. So I could understand, say, hey, I don't ever want my parents have to, especially when they're getting older, ever having to work for anyone in their life. That could be his motivation. That's probably one of his motivation. But then two, this lady is 36 years old. He's 24. And in the different ways, even the different ways she's been moving, he probably noticed that she probably don't like him like that. She probably doesn't like him like that. She probably not feeling him that way. So maybe in talking with his parents and stuff like that, say, hey, I really thought this lady was for me. Or probably he just got married because, when you are an athlete and then when you do get married, it shows stability. It shows that you're stable. You can be counted on and stuff like that because you're doing the right thing. But when he certain moves, and then this is the other thing, when you marry somebody, because she's an actress, so she has a level of, she has some money. So most of the time, those people, like, not only in competition with you, is like you can't tell them to do anything. Oh, you make money, I make money too. I don't have to listen to you. So another thing, a power struggle. Where so when they make it, so it's like it's not a balance. And sometimes when the person don't have what you have too, they tend to waste it and stuff like that. So it all goes back to vetting people. People don't know how to vet people. To vet people, to even say, hey, you probably not the one that I should marry. But she had a nice body, she was older, he probably was feeling her and stuff like that, but she had other intentions. Because for you to just be married to this man for 3 years, she was married for the man, 3 years, you want half of his assets. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. You want half of his assets. It doesn't make any sense. You wasn't there when he was and it's nothing wrong with, hey, you work hard, you want to provide for your family, but this lady seemed to just get married. A lot of people get married. Ain't nothing wrong with you building a fortune, and then something happens, and then depending on how your relationship was with the person, and then you say, hey, I don't mind giving the person half. But a lot of people, that can't happen because the person only was with you because of who you are, of your status, of the money that you have. And then I have a quote that I'm going to post. I found many men's downfall is because they eat with people who never starves with them. And a lot of men don't know how to choose certain women. So you going by looks and booty and breasts and stuff like that, and then but you're not looking deeper into this person's character. What type of person who you? If I were to lose everything, would you still be with me? So that's where a lot of men, their downfall is. But at least he don't have to suffer the financial consequences, where if she did get 50%, he probably wouldn't have been able to take care of his parents the way that he wanted to take care of his parents. Because you can tell, yeah, and he looked just like his mom. And we're talking about the international soccer player Achraf Hakimi. So he saw, because kids see what we go through. He saw, hey, this is, my parents been going through so much. They sacrificed so much. That's why I work hard to become this international soccer player, to make all this money. So my parents don't have to work another day in their life, so they don't have to suffer how they suffered in their previous life. I want the end of their life to be peaceful, so they can have money. They don't never need to worry about anything. They don't need to worry about no bills. If they want to go to vacation, wherever they want to go to vacation, that's what I want. But you can tell this lady just came. She just came for the money, because as soon as it didn't work out, whatever it worked out, power struggle between them, infidelity. Allegedly, he's accused of putting hands on people. Whatever happened, but as soon as it didn't work out, you was married for him for 3 years, and then you want to take all of his assets. And I'm sure he told you, what my parents went through, how my parents sacrificed for me. So it doesn't make any sense. So a lot of people, they're saying, oh wow, he changed the game, stuff like that. Y'all just need to stop. That's just y'all who just want to use the excuse, oh, I need to do that too. That's why you need to vet. When you dating, you need to vet people. You know how to vet people. Know how to vet people. And then come, even if you don't come with your own, if you're going to marry somebody of status, he has some type of billionaire status, or he has some type of fame and stuff like that. I don't understand. You are a woman. God has endowed you with all kinds of talents and skills and stuff like that. A lot of women don't use that to their advantage. Use it to build. Okay, he has a billion. You're supposed to add to that. If he has a billion, okay, I'm gonna add that, so you could have a billion point one, a billion point five. But it's like people just coming together instead of adding so they can build more. It's like they want to take away. Oh no, that's my stuff. It's not yours. You already have problems. I just don't understand people these days. People don't know how to date. People don't know how to vet people. They're getting hooked up with the wrong person and stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so that's all I had to say, because I can't stay but I usually don't stay long anyway, because my daughter's supposed to have a match coming up. She's going to do her doubles. Don't know when that's going to start, because they have to play against a team that they wasn't supposed to play against anyway, because who they supposed to play against left, because that's what people, I guess, do in tennis. I don't know if this the culture of tennis. You can just leave when you want to leave. The whole team could leave. The person could leave. I don't understand that, how this is how tennis is. This is my first time going to district with her, because it happened on Saturday. Usually it happens during the weekday while she's in school and I'm at work. But because of the rain that was going on all week in Broward got 20, in some places got 28 inches of rain. If you saw how Fort Lauderdale airport was, it was ridiculous. So that's why I'm here on a Saturday. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live on Sundays. No, Sundays I do a podcast. I forget. Sundays I do a podcast. So we were talking about BTB Savage, aka Darrell Gentry, and his alleged, the person that took him out, whose name is Montrell Burley, who also went by the rap name Versus 600, struggle rapper, because you're 40 years old. Yeah, you should think about doing something else. And then we were talking about that international soccer player by the name of Achraf Hakimi, that took 80% of his earnings and gave it to his mother, and the wife never knew about it. And this is the thing, your husband don't even trust you. Your husband don't even trust you. That's not good. For you have a husband that you did not even know. She found out when they were in divorce court. So yeah, for this man, not just, you've been with this man for 3 years, and I don't know how long they knew each other before that, and this man doesn't even trust you that enough. I wouldn't want that. But anyway, thank you for watching me. I wasn't driving today. I was more of a talk because I was already here. I was I was kind of rushing here, so I didn't need to show that on live. So I'm here at somewhere in Broward. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another live, probably Monday, God's willing. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again. Bye.